everybody. I went for my run, like I said I was going to. This is going to be the second video of actually we can say Marathon Monday today, because I did run. It didn't go for the 5K that I was going to, or like to North Road like I usually do on like what I wanted to do today anyways. And as you can see, I'm really flushed, okay? So it ended up getting really insanely hot, and I just wanted to get the run done. But like, I wanted to enjoy it as well, but like I'm insanely flushed. Like my legs are boiling. I feel sick to my stomach, but like at the same time, I'm so freaking proud because I did 4.56. So like I'm into like numbers and spirituality and all that stuff. So I'm like, I just know 456 is a big number, is like a good number for like, I think it's actually something to do with like moving on, or I'm gonna have to look it up. Like my first thing was like, do the video because you might die. Like my stomach is unbelievably like turning right now. I do have my like electrolytes and everything in here, and I'm drinking it, but like holy, some guy decided, like he was walking. Oh, and this is what started it, right? Some guy decided, like, so I'm on the main strip, right? Decided while I was running, that when he was walking, that he was gonna start running with me. And like I was just trying to like kind of pass him so I could like, you know, social distance and everything, right? Well, it's also like starting to get into rush hour. Remember, I used to work in the tow business, so like I know our times, right? And our times, like I still work there. Oh, but like, so, and I'm like, okay, like I know this. And so like, I'm also like, because I used to run into traffic, like just on the side. I've been hit by numerous cars too, so probably not the best idea. And so this guy keeps like fucking challenging me, and like, I'm going like, bing, 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 like faster. So much that like my usual kilometers on average are like about 7 minutes, 6 minutes, like when I'm running fast. When it dinged it was like 5 minutes and 5 seconds per kilometer. I was like, motherfucker, that's fast. So then I was like, ooh, I was getting mad at this guy. And then like as I went to go turn up the hill, it's like seeing this guy, what does he do? Tucks away in the corner, like, yeah, I didn't think you were gonna run this one, bud. And it's not a competition. It was like, buddy, I'm just trying to be like respectful and social distance, like away from you, right? I was in front of the liquor store. I was like, are you trying to tell me something? But no. And so then I continued on. And so I don't run with water, and I don't run with gels, right? Like today I didn't anyways, because I kind of ate them all in my sleep. So over the last 2 weeks since I went and got old one, like other ones. So I didn't run with them today. So I wasn't really fully prepared, but the great thing about this is that like my mindset's coming back. I used to just go out for a run and just run when I first started running 3 years ago. Like marathon running anyway. I used to just go out and run. And then my friends actually a lady at the running room. She was the one who told me about this. So when I first went, I was like, no, I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to go show up for the marathon and run. She's like, oh no. She's the one who started educating me on it. Like, your body goes into cannibalism and all this stuff. I was like, what the fuck? And so, but today I just ran out because I was like, look, you don't want to let your excuses start getting at you again. So today was just like the beginning. And my whole thing is like, okay, now I've done this. I need to go out and figure out the rest of it, right? But like as I was running, all my my old running mentality started coming back, and that's what I needed. Like the thing of like me before, I never used to have excuses. I would be like, look, like you did anything for your drugs, right? Like I mean anything. I used to live in Aldergrove. I took the fucking bus out to Vancouver. That was like, it's a long bus ride anyways. If you guys do the distance, it's pretty far. And I used to take the bus. Like, I mean, the things I did, and it's like, okay, so you put in that much of an effort to destroying and destructing your life because you hated yourself. Well, now you can put all this effort into like loving yourself, and everything else, the amount of energy is just the same. And then I was also on like, it's like when we're sitting there wishing about all the things that we could do, we're using energy to think about it, so why not just put the action behind it? And today I was like, hey universe, like, can you be with me on this run? And it was the way that it wanted it to be. You know, I didn't go the straight way to North Road because honestly it's not shaded. So I ran around all these other ways, and like at the right times when I wanted to quit, just a breeze of wind hit me. And for me, that's when I think that that's working. You know, like I think the universe is working in my favor. Somebody told me always believe good things are going to happen happen, right? Like, even if it's a bad thing, like I did think that me leaving my last job was a terrible thing, but look what ended up happening because of it. Like, I'm going to school, I'm back to training, I'm back to, like, my house is getting clean again. I don't hate myself. Like, I don't sit there and judge everybody anymore. Like, and it's because I was unwell. It's not that I judge everybody because I don't like them. When my head's judging people, it's because I'm looking at parts of myself that aren't unwell that need to be healed. It's nothing against anybody else, right? I was reading this book in the forest yesterday about like the 4 agreements, right? And it was the don't take anything personally. And I was like, stop looking at it from like what I have to like gain from this book and just start looking at it as an educational purpose, right? And then apply it to my life. And I was like, that's interesting, because I've always been so selfish when I'm reading, in the sense of like, I've always looked at it from like me as the character and like everybody else's perspective of like how everybody's affecting me. I've never looked at it as like how I'm affecting everybody else. And yesterday I made that switch. And so none of that would have happened. None of these changes would have came had I not gotten unwell at my last job, had to go on this medication and had to take a good look at myself, right? So believe that everything happens for a reason. Whether it seems like it's bad at the time, it's up to us to look for those silver linings. Nobody's going to come around and point at and be like, you know, you need to do this. Like, it's up to us to do the work, right? People may lead us, that whole saying of like, you can bring a horse to the sorry, my sister ever sees this, she'll know why I'm laughing at that. But like, bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink, right? Like, you can give somebody all the knowledge and all the facts you want, but it's up to them to take that knowledge and apply it to their lives, right? I mean, there were so many people that were trying to help me when I came into recovery, but I was just like, yeah, I know. Like, I knew what was best. And it wasn't until I took my head out of my ass so my ears were available so that I could actually listen, right? And it's like, those people were so patient and so loving and so kind that they saw something in me, and like, they were just like, no, we were there before. And it's like, you know, I was like, oh, not because I'm a great person, thanks. I'm just kidding. But no, it was really like, they've understood that pain and how hard it was to break through. Like, I went through years of pain before I was an alcoholic, and then I went through years of suffering because I was unwilling to like let help in. And I didn't understand why people would be like, oh, you're unwilling. And it's like, yeah, I had every fucking excuse why it wasn't going to work except actually letting it work. And, you know, and it's not until I got better that I learned that I was like, oh, that's why everybody said I was unwilling. Now I see it, because I was a fucking asshole. Anyways, guys, so this is like 7 minutes. See, this is what always happens. I guess it's because I stayed away for so long. But anyways, I hope you guys take stuff from this. Like, seriously, I mean, I really want to share all this with you guys. I want you guys to see that, like, literally, like, beginning of July, I was ready to, like, hurt myself and do all this stuff. And then I got on the right medication. I started working so closely with my doctor. I stopped listening to people who were trying to tell me what their experience was. And it's like, yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing your experience. But like, I need to work with what's best for my life, right? And we all instinctively have that inside of us. And, you know, thank people for trying to help us. But like, I was there at the beginning of July, and my life's just, I stopped trying to control my own life, and I started letting it happen. And I started just instinctively knowing what to do. And then here we are, right? I mean, it's nowhere near where it's going to be, but it's like trusting that it's going to happen. I have a friend in my home group. He always says, good things happen to drunks who don't drink. And I just believe that good things happen to people who are just good-hearted. You know, I see like stuff happening, like good things happening to people who are shitty people, but it's like, you don't know the amount of suffering that these people are going through, that the universe needs good things to happen to these people so they can still hold on, right? Like, we never know what another person is going through, so it's best to just be nice to them, right? Like, their internal struggles don't show, right? Only like what they let us see is showing. So it's good to just like, you know, like, I mean, and trust me, people that like outwardly show that they're shitty people, like, and it just bleeds out of them, are usually generally people that are in a serious amount of pain. So, you know, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, I know, because I was one of them. I can actually speak from experience. So guys, yeah, I mean, if you guys resonated with this, if you guys notice a difference from like the first video to the second video, and oh my God, I don't feel like I'm dying anymore, so it takes 9 minutes to come down from a heat run. Yeah, love you guys. Bye.